Hi, Brian and Ray. This is Emery from Stonewall National Museum, and I wanted to put together a short video for you to take a look at our current exhibit, OutWrite, LGBTQ authors from the special collection. Thanks in great part to your generosity with contributions to our special collection. Here goes. So we start out with a little bit of information about the founding of Stonewall Library, Mark Silber, and how the collections grew into what Stonewall National Museum and Archives is today. This exhibit is curated by John Coppola, who is a member of our National Advisory Committee. And here is what greets you when you walk in the door. On this side of the gallery, we'll start with playwrights, highlighting some from the Tennessee Williams and Playbills collection in the archive. With thanks to, of course, contributions to this collection from you and Ray that we'll see throughout this exhibit. I love this piece. It integrates trans identity so smoothly and so positively and naturally into the exhibit. I'm very proud of this aspect. With works from Jan Morris and characters explored through Gore Vidal and Armistead Maupin's Anna Madrigal protagonist. And copies of those works here. This exhibit has been incredibly popular with our patrons, our Stonewall Society members. In this case, really, as you can anticipate, just blows their mind with very rare items from Walt Whitman and Oscar Wilde. With thanks to you. I think it means a great deal to people coming into this exhibit, there's the man himself, to see these letters, which really contextualizes the gross indecency charge and sentence faced by Oscar Wilde. Beautiful, rare books. Contribution here from Judge Lee, a rare edition of the Ballad of Reading Gaul. It's wonderful to see. And probably what is the most valuable item in our special collection, a treasure from you guys, Brian and Ray. This incredible copy of an autographed, annotated edition of Two Rivulets. Just incredible. The handwriting really brings Walt Whitman to life when people see these books. and a photo book and copy of Leaves of Grass, photo book inspired by. Moving on to some 3D items. These from Patricia Nell Warren, including a hat that was worn in, I believe, as a Grand Marshal in Dallas Gay Pride. I've since learned that the front runner has been translated into more than 11 languages. And a personalized photo from her. She's been very generous to us over the years. These items from lesbian author Rita Mae Brown. We'll get a little closer on the letter and the note, or the description. Ruby Fruit Jungle probably being her most popular book, or most well-known. Riding Boots from her. This is probably my favorite, with thanks to your generosity, our Gertrude Stein collection, or the Gertrude Stein collection, is part of their gifts from Brian McNaught and Ray Strobel are just outstanding. I had no idea that she had written children's books in addition to the opera and other works. I'm going to get a little closer on the description here for you. Just beautiful. Here is a glimpse of a reading area that we set up in the center of the exhibit, inviting patrons to explore circulating copies of many of the rare editions that they're seeing behind the cases. And so this invites them to browse and read and explore more into these authors and their titles, knowing that they can join Stonewall Library if they haven't already, and become a member for $35 a year for an individual. We make these available for high school students of Miami-Dade and Broward counties for free. Household memberships are $50. And over 27 volumes of LGBTQ titles, books, DVDs, and other media at Stonewall Library. Wonderful. And exciting new acquisitions from African American and Latino writers. It means so much that LGBTQ people of color, especially men of color in this case, are coming into the gallery and seeing themselves. And I think we've done it right, and it needs to continue. So foundational works from Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, and exciting works from Latin American authors exploring the diaspora relating to the United States and gayness. This mixed media book by Cuban playwright Jose Milan is very popular with our patrons. It resonates. The first copy here of a comic book featuring a black gay superhero. First ever. That's been popular among our patrons as well. Beautiful poetry books. Very relevant, particularly here in South Florida. like to take you over to the other sections of the gallery here and take a look at your cases and what is installed in them today. We actually had a tour group through last week with Broward Culture 2.0, Broward for the Arts, which is a partnership with Broward Arts and Broward means business organization. So a lot of local artists and philanthropists invested in the arts and culturals here in Broward County and South Florida at large. Among them, a lot of artists who are retired teachers. And so the Marie Sendek and Tommy DePaula displays have been very popular with that crowd. Exhibited here as part of your collection. I'll get a little bit closer. Wonderful personalized note. These have been up through Pride Month. Very popular. And these materials are wonderful. What treasures. Here you are. Wonderful. Some items from the archives. Many you are familiar with, Brian, but I'm sure others have not seen. Birthdays of note. Some new three-dimensional acquisitions facing the street, Wilton Drive, the kind of main drag of the neighborhood here in South Florida. For those who don't know, robe worn by Harvey Fierstein and Torch Song Trilogy, given to us by Harvey Fierstein. This pink jacket worn by Carson Kressley, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. a gift of Carson Kressley. This orange pantsuit worn by RuPaul, given to us by Peter Lavello, costume designer. This is from another gay sequel, Gays Gone Wild. And this is drawing traffic in from the street by many people who already know what it is by the time they get inside, which is kind of amusing. Beach ensemble worn by Lady Bunny. And this is also from another gay sequel, Gays Gone Wild. Peter Lavello, costume designer. This has been a popular, splashy new edition. Fun pop that accompanies some of the meatier historic texts and other items from our pop culture collection as well. Rosie O'Donnell has been very generous with us. There you'll see Ellen DeGeneres sneakers. Piece of pottery from Nate Burkus. Wonderful. Well, there you have it. Thank you for everything. We wouldn't be here without you. These extraordinary additions to the special collection have really made this exhibit a popular choice, and I think it's going to continue to help raise the visibility of our library and our archives. Thank you, Brian and Ray. See you soon.